for 2015-2016. We're currently going into the new action plan that's had an extension of another 12 months. The next 12 months, Your Honour, is now about embedment of collaborative approach around social services, about how best we can achieve that through education, employment, health as well. So what I wanted to ask Your Honour, I know that there's no social wellbeing on the district long-term plan. However, could the social sector trial be put under the community development or have its own? But yeah, so then I truly believe that then the community definitely will see the social wellbeing of our whole community and work fully towards it.
Are there any questions in terms of the social sector trials? It's been extended. Co-chairman of that group, and so that if there are any questions, I recognise the work that they do.
Through you, Mayor, are there any other social groups doing what you would like to see as well? Because we have to be a bit careful about duplicating. If a request is made from an organisation such as yours, there may be other organisations who have similar ideas. Are you aware of any other groups that are working along the same lines as what you're submitting here?
Not that I know of, sir. I know that possibly Safer Communities are raising, but we work, have a collaborative partnership with them under the social sector trial. So there's no one else. If anything, we connected all together around the services that are provided in our community. So we don't work in isolation. So if I sit here, I'm actually sitting for everyone. And ensuring that we meet the needs of the community.
I just want to make the comment. I thank you for your presentation. As far as the social sector trials are concerned, I think that you've done a fantastic job in our community. And what it's done is actually brought all those organisations together so that there is communication and collaboration. And I know, for example, just one of the contracts that you hold, which is truancy, and I am on the TCOS board, and TCOS hold you given that contract to TCOS. And I think we've, is it 97% or 96% of truants are actioned, and it used to be 60% or something like that. So that's a huge progress in that particular field. But the social sector trials have fingers right out into the community and are doing a lot of good work. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And long may it last, just for another year after that as well.
So if I can just comment on that, back in 2013, when TCOS had its first started contract, 13% were closed cases, which meant there were a lot of kids running around, and we're talking from primary to high school. To date, now 96% are closed, which means they're timely, they're action, and every other provider and organisation is also involved in that child or that family. Not exhausting the health system. I'm not running around town. The businesses have been fantastic. They've jumped on board. So it's not a hard work. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for continuing your good work. And
I've got some plans I've left.
yeah, thank you. They'll be distributed as yeah. Thank you. Mrs. Craig. And Mr. Craig on submission number 74. Mrs. Craig, in which I inform you that the proceedings welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Craig. Your recognise that the meeting is being recorded, and if you are happy, you are being videoed, and we have no knowledge where that video will be. And if you are happy to be videoed,
Why not?
why? So, over to you, submission number 74.
Yes. You haven't had them handed out yet, so I'm going to have to wait. They're loose. Staple can't handle it. Hold off the crease. Hold off that crease. Warm.
Yep, you're right.
The submission that Noel and I are making here includes dated through to 2012 as the council has done its thing, and it requires us to reprise these situations that the citizens have been dealing with. And I wish to read out what I had to put to our local government commission, Mr. Nick Smith, and they didn't give us the courtesy of recording what we all said, so I'm glad to hear that today we can. So I'll read it because this is where I'm quite happy to say that today it's cost us to do what we can do for democracy. So, which is a little bit better than some of the things that the council's been spending our money on over the years. So therefore, I should read this. It says to all the citizens of New Zealand, it was the 16th of the 5th, 2012, and it said New Zealand citizens, ratepayers and taxpayers and electors, except New Zealand legislation follows the democratic principles of demanding consultation between elected representatives, MPs, local body councils, hearing that concerning us. All legislation, legal steps and consultation process must not be sidestepped by any or nationwide representatives. Thus, the bulldozing of government's law changes, local body annual long-term plans, all strangely reading the same by June 2012, despite our objections and submissions, result now in us being legally constrained in our rights without the obligatory steps of consultation and agreement upon full knowledge of the contract being entered into. Not one citizen can authorise any other person into private debt without their knowledge or consent. And it is simply wrong to do so. It is illegal. Personally, public debt without our citizen authorisation consent is absolutely wrong and inflicts harm on our lives. Therefore, they cannot legally gain money from us at rates and taxes, directly forcing us to pay them without question. The duty of judiciary care is care of other people's money. Therefore, demanding by government and local bodies our money illegally shows they are in dereliction of their fiduciary duties for putting us into massive public debt that is harming us. Thus, sack servants, one by one as employers. All the above also applies to illegal entry into contracts. Without our authorisation, which further increases our indebtedness, supposedly providing our needs, but on examination prove they want otherwise, we must indict